Hey everyone, my name's Eric and I'm a photographer and filmmaker. So today we're going to be talking about 5 3D printed little tools that are good for filmmaking and photography. Mostly filmmaking, but we're going to mix in the photography there as well. And we're going to start out with something simple. The first one is just a little, it's hard to see, it's just, and I'll put some B-roll in there too, it's just a little clip to hold a cable onto a light stand. That way you can kind of clean up. You can keep these on your light stand, or they come in different sizes. They're really fast to print, they're durable. You can make as many of them you want, throw them in your kit. Now we can kind of tidy up power cables coming off of lights that are on light stands, because you know how crazy that stuff can get, just all mixed around there and such. The other benefit to these, since it's just 3D printing, like you can make these whatever color you want. Like if you have a color scheme you want to go do, if you want it to be black so that it blends in. I went with pink and blue so that it stands out if I drop one, because I will drop them. And going on to number 2, this one is another little simple one, and you're probably like, what is this? Is this like a toothpick? No. So if you have a Pelican case and you don't want to spend $3 billion on the Trek Pack system, you can actually make your own. Like this is just what they make like yard signs out of. It's like a little corrugated like foam board, not really foam, but it's a corrugated board. And when you print these, they actually slide right in. You line them up with those holes so you can kind of see there. So, and you can actually make your own Trek Packs pretty easily with this and just some double-sided foam. You use these to connect the pieces together, as you see here. And this is another thing where you can make it whatever color you want. You can make it black, you can make it yellow. I made it yellow just to stand out because this is black. So that way you can organize your gear and look professional with your Pelican case. So moving on to number 3, this one's pretty cool, a little bit bigger of a print, but a lot of you have the Aperture MC, really popular, little light, good job. And it comes with a softbox, little softbox that goes over it and softens up the light. But what if you want more directional light? Like if you're used to using softboxes, you've probably used a grid before, and that'll make the light more directional and not spill as much on the sides. And you can actually 3D print a grid for, I had it on back, right? So you can actually 3D print and actually put a little Aperture logo on it just for the lulz, and you can write your name on it. And you can even go back in CAD if you're good at that, and you could add your name or add a logo if you want. But the print is pretty simple. It's just the hexagons, because they're bestagons, and it clips right on to the light, and now you have a more directional light, so it's easier to control. You don't have the spill on the sides. I mean, if you use a good material, like these are durable too. These aren't gonna snap off quite as easily. Probably not as good as ABS, but yeah. And this actually fits right over, so you could actually put the softbox right over this. I can't right now because I have it mounted on a tripod mount, but you can put this right over it. You can actually store the grid in there or just leave it on. You'll get a little bit less output through this with it on, but easy way to store it. You always have it, and that way you can add a little bit of directional light if you need it, especially if it's on camera and you're just trying to go straight forward with the light. And that brings us to number 4, which you can actually see here. And they have these for different drones too, but this is a little GoPro mount for a DJI Mavic. That way you can mount something. You can mount a second camera, you can put a 360 cam, you can put a GoPro on this and fly it around. But as you'll see, I've put my MC on it. That way, what you can actually do with this kind of setup is fly up around and do light painting with the light on. And because it's Aperture, you can control with your phone. Like how cool is that? Control with your phone, change the colors, you can do effects, and you can light paint in the sky. I'll probably be doing a video on that soon to show that off, because I don't have any clips of it right now. But yeah, this is actually a paid model. It's only a couple bucks, but I'll try to leave a free one in the description. The rest of these are free though. Free is for me. And then the last thing I'm actually using right now. So the last thing I'm actually using right now in my monitor, it's kind of hard to see it in there, but if you want to use regular SSDs with an Atomos Ninja, there's a little bit of wiggle in it, and this is just a little 3D print you snap in there, and that way the SSD slides right in. put it in there, click it in. There's still a little back and forth wiggle, but the up and down wiggle is pretty much gone. So nice little workaround there so you can save some money and just use a regular SSD with the Atomos. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. I'm going to have links for all of this in the description, so please check that out, and hope you like and subscribe if you want more. Starbucks, sponsor me. Actually, no, can we get a real company? Can we get a real coffee company to sponsor? I like the bean.